The Ghostek Atomic over the last few years has been one of my favorite mixed material cases. This thing looks and feels like a premium case. But this case has one red flag and 2 yellow flags. Now I'm testing 50 iPhone cases to find the best 5. This is review 40 out of 50, almost there. Because I'm a reviewer, not an influencer, for the iPhone 17s, my scoring system is based on what the iPhone actually feels when it hits the ground on its corner, on its face, as well as on its camera lump. Each case gets dropped at least 30 times. So when I say it's terrible, it's because I've got the data to back it up. Now this is one of the more unique cases I've tested. When it comes to case design, I really do appreciate what Ghostek does. First thing you're going to notice is the aluminum frame that has slits cut out into it so that some of the TPU come out, but the corners don't have any aluminum. They're fully TPU, so when you drop it in the corner, your frame doesn't get bent much. Now the back of this case has a leather finish to it. I believe they have fabric as well. This back material doesn't get scratched easily because the entire back is sunken. There's like a little wall around this entire piece of leather. It's kind of neat. iPhone sits on a bed of microfiber, and there's a ton of impact foam in places that actually make sense, like right by the camera lump. I was so excited to do the drop test for this product. In terms of increasing your iPhone's weight, it's going to do it by 69 grams. And how bulky is this case? That bulky. You better have big hands if you're planning on getting this case with the Pro Max. Now when it comes to handling, because of all the different textures, it's not terrible, but it's not great. The TPU is quite slick, and so yeah, your fingers just don't have anything to kind of like rub up against. The leather or fabric finish isn't too bad, but even like this grip strip here doesn't quite have enough oomph to it for my fingers to really get into it. Buttons on this case are integrated, which I'm not a big fan of. Camera control is a giant cutout. So despite its tough looking appearance, more of your iPhone's actually exposed. Port cutout is massive, but it kind of sits like at an angle. They're not at the same level from the front to the back. So when you prop it up with your pinky, it actually is pretty comfortable, oddly enough, because you don't actually put it on the sharp part. Yeah, kind of neat. Screen access is decent on this product despite the very wide edges. Ghostek kind of flattened the edge, so when you're swiping from left to right, you don't really feel the speed bump of the case edge. Again, Ghostek spends a lot of time designing their cases. It's just the buttons. That's a yellow flag for me. Now, when it comes to MagSafe accessories, to pull things off only took 6.5 newtons. To push things off only took 7.3. That's 30% below average. That's a red flag for me, because this happening is terrible. Now, in terms of protective design, the back, despite being sunken in, is still a whopping 3 millimeters thick. The corners are 3.9 millimeters thick. Again, these are way above average in terms of heftiness. Now, because of the aluminum frame, the rigidity of this product is off the charts. It took me 15 newtons to bend it for my testing, which is 81% above average. Your iPhone basically isn't going to accidentally pop out of this product. Let's talk about drop protection. Now remember, this case has fat corners, it has impact foam everywhere. During my corner drops right here, it saw 10.5 Gs. That again is very average. And if you watch the previous review video, you'll note that the Ghostek Covert had the exact same initial impact, which is kind of neat to see, but this thing's way lighter. Now, rotation rate was pretty crazy, higher by 39%. This thing spun so much after a corner drop. I'm looking at my little script thing, it spun 360 degrees in 1 second after each drop. Like, it was wild to watch. But the settling of the product was 51% better than average. So all that impact foam, the aluminum frame just stopped it from ringing. But the total force was 10% above average. And that took me a few minutes to get my head around what kind of happened with this product. And basically, it's the exact opposite of this Ghostek Covert. The total drop time for the Covert was very, very short. The total drop time for the Atomic Slim was very, very long. So the longer the drop is, the more force the iPhone's going to feel. So at 3 feet, this isn't the best case. I will be dropping it higher because it does pass the threshold, I believe. Now the corner drops revealed another yellow flag. This case was dropped 13 times on the corner, and the frame, it doesn't fit as well anymore compared to the corner that I didn't do any drops on. So for face first drops, initial impact was pretty average. It was 4% higher. Settling rate was kind of terrible at being 37% slower, which is the exact opposite of corner drops. And the overall force was 17% better than average. So when it comes to face first drops, it doesn't seem like the aluminum frame is doing much in terms of the protection, because when you see a really high settling rate, it usually means the TPU is just ringing the case a lot. When it comes to the camera lump, it's surrounded by not a substantial amount of TPU, we'll say. It's not a big lip, but on the inside of the case, the entire area is surrounded by impact foam. So when that happens, initial impact was 29% better than average. The settling rates, like corner drops, was 19% slower, and the total force was 15% above average. So oddly enough, it doesn't seem like the metal frame again is playing a big role because the settling rate is above average. At the end of the day, I can tell you that this case is going to protect your iPhone. Because sure, the corner drops are very average, but for the camera lump and the face drop data, it's pretty good. And what happens after every single corner drop? It either goes this way or it goes this way, and this Atomic Slim is going to do a good job at protecting your iPhone either way. So would I get the Atomic Slim if I wasn't a reviewer? No! I use MagSafe accessories a lot, and this is a deal breaker for me. If Ghostek fixed that, then absolutely! I'm testing 50 iPhone 17 cases to find the best 5. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so that whenever I release a video, you get notified, or just check back frequently to my channel because I am pumping these out as soon as I frickin' can.